Folks, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I am Roger Norquist.
Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by the Under Hat from Monstroco, a new kind of hat that you wear under there. Underwear? Yes, right there. The Under Hat from Monstroco comes in top, derby, and wacky propeller.
I love it. I'm not a hat man. I'm wearing one now because I'm getting sick.
Ah, okay.
But I've thought about being a hat man. I'm not sure if bowler or propeller is it for me.
Well, this is great because you don't have to. I'm wearing one right now. You don't have to have one on your head. That's the whole point. And you can still get all of the benefits of wearing a hat, but not have to. You know when you're walking down the street and people are like, "Hey, hat man! Oh, oi! Look, it's Hatsy McCrubbins."
No.
And you get ridiculed.
No, you
that doesn't happen anymore.
I do know of that exactly. It's why I stopped wearing a hat.
It's a secret hat
fear
between
it
you
will turn me into a hat man
and your butt.
And I will be cursed to plague the shadows of children's closets.
Oh no!
I thought you meant like fear.
I thought you meant like a hat guy.
No.
There is a risk
a dark
of that,
shadow
for
figure
sure.
that feeds on the psychic energy of children.
Well, everybody knows that hat men are created when someone is wearing a hat and murdered on the toilet. So they have to be wearing the hat on the toilet as well.
Okay, good.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Then
the Under Hat from Monstroco. What the fuck?
One of Monstroco's tamer creations.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, I'm taking the skull first.
Okay.
Because I got 2 monitors. And that's just not a brag. I've been overwhelming myself with paranormal mysteries. I have 2 icebergs in front of me, man. I have insanity in front of me, and I found something crazy to talk about.
I've seen this. Roger has 2 screens, one for each eye.
Yes.
He reads them like what's the name of it? Damn, I almost had the name of the real Rain Man.
The
Kim
one it's
Peek.
based on?
Kim Peek, the real Rain Man. He could read books with one eye on each side. He could read both pages.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, people got skills. Humanity is wonderful. They never cease to surprise me as a fellow human and not an alien, which that sentence might come across as.
Oh boy, keep digging. Keep digging, pal. We'll fucking get you this year. This is the year we get Roger into a jar.
So I'm deep into the ocean of paranormal mysteries.
Okay.
And on here, I found... I can't find it anymore because it had a cool little name, but it was overall the empty house calls of Akita, and I said that makes my brain tingle in a way that is curiosity and not me extracting long proteins from a. I need to stop. Sorry, I'm a human. The Akita City empty house calls. So I follow this up, and normally on these icebergs, it's like one little thing and people can't find shit on it. There's like a Fanpedia page on like this occurrence that happened 50 some odd years ago with no sources. This one had many articles on it. This was a legitimate spike in calls from empty houses to fire departments in the Akita City.
Interesting.
This is from Japan Today at japantoday.com, and it is written by Sora News 24, the Japanese media outlet. Wrote it as a team. Good job.
Good for them.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I like how well they work together.
And it is exactly what I said for the headline. Spiking calls from empty houses to fire department in Akita City baffles authorities. Tokyo From time to time, emergency hotline operators will receive a call where no one responds on the other end. This presents a difficult problem as it could be a prank, an accidental dial, or someone in grave danger and unable to communicate. But sometimes it's something completely unexplainable.
Which one is this?
It could be all three. Wait, did I say four things? It could be all four things.
Ah!
In Akita City, every once in a while, a call will come in to fire department's 119 emergency number, but rather than a voice, the operator will only hear various mechanical buzzings and rumbling sounds. The spookiest such incident happened in 2014 in neighboring Aomori Prefecture when fire trucks... Aomori, I think you have to hit every vowel. Japanese listeners, let us know.
Japanese listeners, let other people know.
About us.
About us.
And then we'll all share a room together at the Holiday Inn.
All share a room at the Holiday Inn. Getting haunted and frightened out of our skin.
So they get a call. The fire department's all like, shit, someone tried to call us, but maybe the fire couldn't, got to them and they had to run. So just off the hook, we have to check this out.
Right.
Fire trucks were called to a villa deep in the Akodo Mountains.
Oh, nothing good ever happens at a villa.
At about midnight. However, when they arrived, no one was inside. All the doors and windows were locked and intact, and the phones were properly hung up. A fault in the phone line was blamed, but no full explanation was ever found or explained.
I can explain this one.
Okay.
Ghosts. A ghost did it.
Although rare, happening about once or twice a year, these phantom calls are considered a normal part of the job and probably due to a technical glitch. Each time, protocol dictates that the operator hang up, then call back. If the line is busy or no one answers, then firefighters are sent to investigate it, as it could be a potential emergency, like I said. Now we're back in 2020 and November, late October, November. And truly, as the article says, since May of this year, cases of phones seemingly calling 119 by themselves have spiked to 9 within the city. The calls occur at various times of the day, always from a landline, and often when the residents aren't even home. So this is happening in inhabited places, just not while they're home.
Right.
Some homeowners were surprised to come home to find a fire brigade parked out front, while others were woken in the middle of the night by sirens, only to find that their house had called 119 seemingly by itself. This increased frequency has raised the severity of the problem from a mild inconvenience to potentially life-threatening nuisance.
Yeah.
So the Akita fire departments are pushing phone company NTT East to look into it more seriously. Readers of the news were certainly beginning to take it more seriously too, because who doesn't love a good mystery? Are you ready for some comments, Jordan?
I'm always ready for comments.
These are comments indicating or about what could be happening. One of them is just an ellipses of what if, what a peculiar thing to happen, ... Beginning to think that person is responsible.
Right. Making me think this person knows more than they're letting on.
I wonder if someone was screwing with the switchboard or if it was the result of maintenance testing. Legitimate there. Let's see how you feel about this one, Jordan. Cosmic rays.
I love a cosmic ray explanation. You know I love a cosmic ray.
We don't know what they do.
We know what they do. Whatever they want.
Japan in particular, I think, is at the forefront of it because their government doesn't politicize quantum and atomic tests, and they have a number of things.
Politicizing quantum shit.
Yeah, there's a documentary about it, about why America doesn't have the largest hadron collider. And one of them from Colorado Senator, I forgot his name was, we'll let them build it and we'll steal their technology like they steal ours.
Oh wow.
Anyway, politics in America.
Mm-hmm.
But
Run by adults for
Japan,
adults.
full grown adults, believe it or not. Japan has a number of detectors that detect the smallest particles. We're talking about neutrons and shit smaller than protons
Damn.
and atoms, or like protons and neutrons, like neutrinos, I meant to say, that can only be found using certain shit and like are the rarest material. Like they find this shit. So cosmic
Yeah.
rays, as Jordan said, do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Stop politicizing cosmic rays.
I know, another comment, I know this is serious and dangerous, but I think this is a great topic for occult lovers.
Okay.
Yes.
I agree. Go on.
Scary. Another one. It's got to be someone breaking in and pulling a prank.
Oh, okay. That is
I
scary.
I remember reading about the Aomori incident, and they said it was the wind, but the wind alone couldn't have done it.
The
So the
wind does
original
some weird
one.
stuff. The wind can dial a phone, the wind can drive a car, the wind can do the dishes. What?
But how could it dial a phone? Like, is
Just
it
much like cosmic rays, the wind does anything I need it to do to explain and maintain the status quo.
okay? Fair enough. No further questions,
Yes.
authority figure.
Thank you. Cosmic rays, etc.
Here's one that may explain the wind one. I went down a little bit. I've heard that if there's a short in the overhead wires and the wind blows it just right, it can dial 119.
Whoa. Now,
So
where
I
did you
could see
hear that
that.
from, though? My brother's
Yeah, I
friend,
think you just heard it
Brian.
from,
Yeah.
yeah, my brother's friend who one time asked me if I wanted to
Right,
see a
right,
dead
right, right,
body.
right, right. And then, yeah, and then it turned out he tried to kiss me. It was weird. It was
It
a
was
whole thing.
weird, but I mean, like, I liked it. I learned a lot about myself that summer.
This is turning into a different story.
NTT East have been looking into the matter since September, but with no explanation that has been found. Meanwhile, the Akita fire chief inspected their 119 system and found everything to be in order.
Hmm.
He also told media, "This is just my opinion, but based on what I've seen, I think it is from really old equipment like black telephones that still haven't
Sorry?
upgraded or to touch tone." In Japan, from what I understand, you know, like how we in the 50s were all like turquoise phone, black
Okay.
phone for the
Okay.
traditionalist, red phone for those of for you saucy
Yeah,
gals.
yeah, yeah. Okay. So
I
this is
I
just a way of saying
old telephone.
old telephone. They're not
Yes.
invoking the Ethan Hawke masterpiece, Black Phone, or Black
I
Phone 2.
thought you were talking about Japan's racism on black people.
Well, I mean, hey,
Hey,
listen,
we're not any better here.
I think we got time for another riff if you want to handle that one.
It seems It still seems like a very possible cause, though, as those subtle pulse sounds are rather easy to imitate, especially by a short in the wire. And since fax machines are still widely in play in Japan,
I just did it there.
you just faxed a samurai?
No, I just imitated pulse sounds.
No, it was so subtle. My only my cochlear nerves heard it.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not so unbelievable that a few people are still clinging on to their rotary phones.
Yeah, sure. That's not unbelievable at all. But if simply holding on
In
to a rotary
2020,
phone,
though, like, I don't know
yeah,
shit
but I
about Japanese
mean,
culture, and we
you
are in
know,
more rural area versus
there's
what
some
I
old
know
timey
from
motherfuckers out there.
fair.
There's some old timey motherfuckers.
But like,
There are dudes in America who are working on their own flag. You know, they're up in the hills. They haven't been to a regular.
But I
grocery
mean,
store since 78.
how rotary phones work versus dial phones and whatnot, you know? Like it's a whole different technology on how that shit goes through the wires.
Yeah, sure. Tubes, etc.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about it, but don't rotary phones like when you go to 9, it does a different frequency or something
Yeah, I guess
than a
so.
1, and that's how you can dial who you want through the wire versus,
Right.
go to dispatch like you used to do, and they would
Right.
do it all
Right.
for you.
Interesting. Boy, I
Anyway, phone
miss
nerds
those
out there from
days. Huh?
Japan, let us know.
Hello, Martha. I'm trying to find my husband. Oh, he's probably down at the rub a dub again. Yeah, I know he got stabbed last time. Put me through.
Now, however, this brings us to the end of it, and I will link both these in the Discord and whatnot for people who want to read it. A lot of unanswered questions. Why is it increasingly now in 2020 versus all the other years? Why did it increase 3 to 4 fold versus your average 1 or 2? And we're not still talking like high numbers, thousands of calls coming in. But like it was 1 to 2, you could predict it on, not predict it, but you could really wash it out to like this broke. We know this one. Yeah, aging
Technical
infrastructure.
error.
But like
Gremlin in the wiggle wall.
also, why is it only in Akita? Once again, maybe aging infrastructure could make sense of this.
Could do.
And why have other hotlines not been affected by this? Why is it only 119 and not the police one, which it turns out is 110?
Oh, interesting. What is 119 then? I misunderstood.
119's fire. And then
Right.
110 is
did say that.
police.
Right. Got it.
Chat, I mean, aging infrastructure, we always got to throw that out there.
Aging infrastructure.
And I know nothing about it, but I believe everyone's religion is real.
Oh, and they're all vying for supremacy up there?
I don't say supremacy. I think the universe is grand, and the fates that I believe in control all, because the fates decide when the death of gods happen.
Interesting.
Yes, choose your gods, and I chose the most powerful.
Okay.
But perhaps maybe this is a yokai. Have these, as we know with yokai, and this is me throwing it out both serious and as a fun lore thing of what I know about Japanese.
A lore flex.
Yeah. A lot of yokai seem to appear when there is abandonment of duties, when there is neglectfulness, when there is things that in society would normally be taken care of. Now we have a yokai, such as my toilet, which I will clean.
Yeah.
But you also have to make sure
how many
tongue
monsters have to come out of your toilet before you fucking clean it?
But you see what I'm saying. We've talked about all these yokai that haunt the uninhabited, and this seems to be a perfect case for it. I'm not trying to believe in witchcraft and whatnot and godmen, but I think it's a yokai.
Godmen. I'm right there with you, man. This has gremlin written all over it. Honestly,
yeah, I guess the West knows them as gremlins, especially in the aviation.
If I had to put some sort of a name to things or a scenario to this, it's conjuring the idea of, a woman who all those years ago tried to contact the fire department, but it didn't work, so she started running to her neighbors' houses, trying to call from different phones, and she died along the way, but she kept running to the different houses.
Ooh, big goosebumps.
Yeah.
I did some more research on another article. Basically, they're the same fact base. I read the funner one, I thought, but this other one points out that this has never happened before 2014. Yeah, which is very weird.
It certainly complicates things, doesn't it?
And of course, there have been fires in Akita. So I mean, I have to still go with you got yourself a ghost.
You got yourself
And
a
then
ghost
the
there.
and then
got
the
yourself a
ghost
there.
title card appears with sound
Mhm.
effects. You got a ghost.
You got a ghost in there.
Yeah, so I mean, lots of weird shit. It was deep in the paranormal iceberg. I thought it would be a fun one to talk about, and I was right. Damn it!
Hell yeah. Well, I'm happy to take a skull unless you want to chip another chunk off the berg.
I mean, I do, but we're saving this berg. It took me a while to refine this berg because icebergcharts.com decided to go pay for play.
Yeah, that devastated our bottom line over here.